Welcome to your Soul Spark Experience. My name is Kurt Roskoff, and this is an exceptional opportunity that's been provided to me by a couple wonderful women in my life, one being my wife, Sue, who's going to be a speaker at a summit. And we've been collaborating how to make this the most wonderful week for women that maybe ever in some of the women's lives. That's what I'm thinking might happen is some of the women might say, this is the best event that I've ever been at. And my wife, Sue, might be a part of that. She's going to be featured on Saturday of this summit. And I'm just excited to be a part and to help this women's accomplishment this week. And the one who makes it all possible is here with us today, folks. We've come together through business networking, and I'll tell you what, the experience for us in business networking is that this lady, Olga, she really gets the spark going in everyone's soul, men and women. But this event coming up is really with the intention to ignite a spark in the soul of women for as many as we can pack in this week. And for this, Olga has come up with a particular topic. Something has sparked her right now at the moment that she wants to come into. So I'm learning right along with you, everybody. This is the experience. Get ready to experience Olga. Olga, what do you have for us? I am ready on the edge of my seat. What do
I
you
am
got?
so thankful and grateful that we, first of all, met at that event. And then our collaboration is growing. And this is probably my third podcast with you. I'm so thankful for your family to do such a humanitarian work to open for people the vast information, inspiration, and love. So, and saying that, I would like to say thank you for participation in my summit. This is my first summit, but I am very excited because I have about 65 or 68 speakers. Imagine that. And they all from all over US and Europe. So we have pretty much a global summit. And summit it's like a platform where speakers, they speak kind of aligned message. And the message is soul spark for women. It means everything from healers to mindset to behavior, to children, to parents, anything that evolves woman's life will be reflected in that summit. So you have that link in the chat or link underneath. Please click on it and sign up for free. It's a free registry. Of course, if you would like to have VIP experience, which is I recommend, and that would be a little bit. It's a different slide. Yes, this one. Uh, Everybody can sign up for free and watch this 5 days experience, and you can get a free gift from everybody. But if you choose a VIP, which is just $27, but you have lifetime recording access, and you're going to have a VIP gifts. And VIP gifts, it's very valuable. For example, I am going to get VIP myself just to get the hypnotherapy session because I'm very interested in hypnosis. And I'm going to have some another very valuable sessions for me. So one session will cover far your investment in VIP, which I highly recommend. Otherwise, if it's just a free registry, you have just a 24 hours to access a speaker. So let's say each day is 24 hours. When the day is over, your access is over. So that's why I'm highly recommending to get the VIP. But by all means, you see already how many people and how many topics you can click on the speaker and go to the topic and say, I want to know about that. I want to learn about that. I want a gift about that. So this is just amazing people. And I'm so privileged to host all of you.
So, Olga, let's take a step back. So we're getting a sense of the outcome and the attraction. And I talked about like right here at this moment, coming out to this video, you and I have been, in a flurry of communication back and forth. You and I have been coordinating with my wife Sue for her spot, coming up on the Saturday in this summit series of days here. And if we go back to before you put this event together, tell us about that spark in your soul that you went from going about your business, talking to me and talking to Sue, being on her shows. This was not a thing, and then it became a thing. And how did that all develop? Where Tell us about the spark that made this event happen. Where did that come from?
Yes, yes. This is very personal because I am the artist, I'm author, and I used to be a gallery owner for 16 years in Nashville. I am originally from Russia, but I live here since 91. If somebody knows, if somebody don't, that's the information. So I came here with no language and I started my life, and then I started to paint that I never done before. And then I opened one gallery, then I opened second gallery, and then I opened a teaching studio, and everything was vibrant and live. And COVID came, and COVID just flipped everything upside down. And I lost myself. I lost myself. I did not know uh, where I'm going. I lost my purpose. My spark was absolutely muted. And so from that point, I realized that how important that spark, that driving moment in everybody's life. Because without the spark, you don't know why you get up in the morning. If you don't know why you get up in the morning, your purpose is muted, your body follows, you started to develop some unknown illness, nobody can put a finger on it, and your emotional status is totally leading your physical status. And so your body starts to fall apart because all your cells is going to report to the brain, we arrived, nowhere to go, it's time to shut down. Obviously our owner don't need a more life. You see what I mean? It's very dangerous to tell yourself, oh, I just hate my life or anything in that kind of area. It's very dangerous because whatever we say, the brain hear that and take it as an order. Keep it in mind, guys. And as a matter of fact, I have a workshop that it's different, not this one, but different workshop that I'm teaching about frequency and so on. If you go to my website, ultraverity.com, Kurt can put that on ultraverity.com. You can read what I'm doing and you can sign up for that workshop, but it doesn't have any kind of immediate connection to the site. Okay, so yes, Ultraverity, and I have my events, and under the events, I have just if you scroll a little bit, uh, yes, that's the workshop I'm talking about, because people don't know if you wear, for example, synthetic uh, clothes or you wear cotton clothes, one is stealing your energy and one is bringing your energy. You know what I mean? So this is kind of unknown facts that I would like you to know. and it might just change your life. So you see, this is actually, it's interesting. I did that experience. I swallowed the fire. I thought, you know what? Once in a lifetime, I want to try it. That was really scary, to be honest. But I did it, and now I'm free from fear. So anyway, that's kind of my segue to my program. But the spark, and especially for woman's soul, it's a I think it's most important because you know that saying, when mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. And so it means when mama don't have a spark, if she's like a flat and muted, everything around get dead. And so that's my my motto. And then I went through my life. I have a grown son, and I'm single now. I was married, divorced, and so on. And I had to develop that strength. So I did that. I built my gallery. I built this. When COVID came, I had to dismantle everything, build this and that. And so I actually was proud that I was doing everything myself. I was strong all the time. And then I realized being too strong for too long is creating armor around my heart. And this armor did not allow love come through, attraction or compassion come through. I was literally like in a bubble, and I could not understand why. So now, after that success, after what I've done, and after I realized that sometimes professional, successful women, they build empires, but then they have some disconnect in their private life at home. They might think, I cannot have both. I have only success or I have love. But I find out that you can have both. I have a special program that I teach you how to put it together, how not to jeopardize either one, and how you can become a wise woman. So that's my talk about, and I will be speaking on that topic in my summit. And I have special gifts, guys. Please sign up.
Absolutely. So Olga, as I was participating in your work, making this all possible, and, again, what a privilege it is that I get to interview you on the eve of the beginning. Because as I'm talking to you, it's tomorrow, it's only a day away.
Ex-
And,
exactly.
so, I reacted like, yeah, I know what it's like to herd cats. Because all those people on the screen were relying on you that they know what they got to do and that they understand it, even though you got it set up and you already gave it to them. You might have to walk them through it because
That's right.
all of these speakers are really busy, like my wife Sue, trying to figure out, when is all the stuff going to come in that you need for the whole thing. But it's just really, I know where you're sitting. First of all, I know you feel what a compliment it is to you that you started out with a few days for a summit and then you ended up with a 7-day summit. Can you speak to that a little bit? The honor and the privilege that's there for you to say you went out, ventured a few days to do this summit, and these women, and we saw some men in your lineup too, giving value to the women gathered in this event. But can you speak to the enormity of this? I mean, this is a big deal, not just for you, but and I know you feel it, but that whole group of people and all the attendees, this is like, you know, a way that this is like a mini tribe that's gonna like have this bond for a week that not even though I'm not gonna be as big a part of it because I'm a man, this thing's designed for 40-year-old women.
Kurt, don't give people a wrong impression
Okay.
because, first of all, Every man needs to know his woman.
Gotcha.
Every man. Because if we would have that at school, how to have successful married life, how to maneuver around the sharp edges, how to keep the marriage alive, our society, our life would be much better. But we learning everything, but most important subject, how to communicate. And so for men, it's especially important for men to know what women need. But the topics will not be just specifically for women. Don't give that impression. It's interesting for everybody, but it's just like a overall, because I had to pick up overall theme. But woman's life, it's not just about her female kind of options. Woman's touching everything. It's like a ripple effect. So if you touch here, just everything going around. So no, no, no. You need to be there. And if she's speaking on Saturday, if people have a VIP option, you can listen forever. You can just pick up whatever. So that's why don't give that. If women speaking, women listening, no, no. We have a man speakers because they're talking about um, how to keep marriage because the women have a different issues with kids, with the parents, with the cats. I mean, you name it.
Yeah, and kind of with how I'm reviewing this and being in this conversation right here, like with summits, professionals, like when we're networking, there's a lot of summits out there and a lot of coaches, a lot of people having absolutely fantastic summits, so I think it helps to like really shape what's the character of this summit for sure, and I'm really gathering that, if people really dive in and catch the power of the week, the 7 days, it's not just a set of speakers and an experience and something to go through the week and it'll be, I don't see it as a light benefit. Like the stuff you speak to, like in this conversation and what'll be covered across these speakers, I mean, you're talking real stuff you go through in life, the real tough stuff. Like you say, holding a marriage together. Just think of, the battling that can happen, domestic, volatility in the
Could
house.
be anything, could be
Yeah.
violence, could be anything. And I want to tell you that the tendency now, people tired of, I call it Facebook smile. People looking for authenticity, vulnerability. They're looking to connect. They're looking for community. And so more and more people going from rah rah, make 100 million overnight, to something that regular people going through, like, I have no power today. I didn't have a power yesterday. So it means I'm at friend's home and at the mercy of my friends. But what if something happened to them? I will open door for them. So we have to communicate. We have to help each other. We have to support each other. And this is name of the game. It's our life to support each other and never be cocky like hey, I am higher than somebody or something. No, everybody have their mission. Everybody have their special talents that God gave them. My goal is to open that talent, is to discover the talent. And I think that every good coach has that in mind to discover what's good about a person and how we can apply for the good outcome.
Absolutely, absolutely. In kind of in my ventures the last year and 2 years, with some one-to-ones I've been on with other people, I my experience with some folks in our separate conversation, but I ended up sharing that for me, back in the 1980s, you know, through the point of being a high schooler, a teenager, I remember the adult community talking to me about, like this insinuation, like, are you ready for the real world? Like when you're a 17-year-old going to be 18 and, all that kind of stuff, the real world thing. And then when you think about what folks like yourself bring out and all these speakers and, in our professional networking events elsewhere, I just feel like professionals have allowed me to realize that this real world thing, at least from how I derived it from the 80s, the way they talked to me as a teenager, is that it's more unreal than it is real. And I feel a lot of these events are kind of helping us heal our way out of some misnomers of the past decades, because like I'm talking 40 years ago, type of stuff, so those of us who are rooted in some of these, experiences and things that kind of throw our spark to the side, and you just got to get in that real world lane and, just kind of grind it out, put your nose to the grindstone and, all the stuff that, people in my journey anyway, put through my eardrums and, rattled around in my brain, and how these events help us to recalibrate and empower us. I went to an event 20 years ago where the gentleman taught about the art of allowing. And I really feel, Olga, that you you practice that art the way, like I'm just amazed. You started with a 3-day event, the thing kept growing, the speakers kept piling up, and now it's a 7-day event, and I just sense this snowball effect. Like it's like a sport. I feel like this thing's gonna unpack itself
Yes.
every day for the next week, Olga. Do you feel that that's what's in front
I
of you?
I I feel privileged. I stopped counting everything through the end and see what is the outcome would be. So, and my idea is, go with the flow. Just if it's less people, less time, more people, doors open, more time.
Okay, so I just want to take a check-in, Olga. This was just a brainstorm of last weekend that you and I get together to do this. And I just,
I just
I was passionate to do it because I wanted to join you that if we could reach, some more folks to attend and participate, if we have a person out there that's viewing that and that they're going to go to this event because you and I just had the conversation, made it available on the World Wide Web through the magic of YouTube and all the streaming, social
Yes.
media, and all the things that will syndicate it over to live streaming television. That's what this is about. That there's all the list of speakers you saw, and you'll see when you go to the links in the description. But Olga, do you feel that there's anything else you want to add? I know you want, kind of did a spoiler at the beginning, showing, something that you intended to go through at the end. Are we at that point, or do you want to get some other things in
Well,
for our
I'm
viewers
just
first?
depends on our time. So we just like on the 23 minutes. I have my timer. So just you tell me what kind of lake I'm swimming in. It's an ocean with unlimited time, or this is like a little lake that I have 10 minutes to the end. So I want to be respectful of people's time. Tell me how much time I have, and I tell you.
Well, I'm very open. I mean, we're here, we got the show going, we sparked this, and we're our souls reaching other souls out there watching and listening. So it starts tomorrow. So if there's something where you think somebody's sticking with us here and they're,
Yes, you know what?
watching
I
us,
hear I hear what you're saying. So what you're asking me if I'm right. So you wanted me to kind of get a little bit sizzle of what I will be speaking. Is that what I'm?
there
Yes.
you go. Yeah, let's bring it to life. Yeah, what can you tell them? A little sneak peek.
Well,
Yeah.
And again, is coming back to my personal self-discovery. When I discovered that being strong for too long, it's not a good thing, because woman is not designed to be lonely. She's not designed to be carrying all the loads on her shoulders. We all come to that world to be happy, to bring that happiness to the world. And we don't need to earn the love. We need to accept the love. But our life is teaching us, do that, be quiet, be obedient. You know, like in the childhood, they say, hush, don't say that. It's not polite, da, da, da. And we kind of get used to um, kind of hiding our expression, our feeling, and we becoming obedient kids. And they say, oh, this is good girl. She's so quiet. She's so good. And I was learning in my own childhood that to be um, that quiet, to be that non-opinionated, it's good. And if I want to express something, it's say, no, 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 don't do that. And so that brings me to that disconnect in my soul, because my voice was shut down. And like probably many people, not even only women, but you know, we conditioned to be convenient, I would say. And that creates, you know, people who don't know that they have a talent because they're hiding everything. And when women specifically using masculine energy to do the masculine job, let's say CEO of company, she's running meetings, people, managing that, and then she's coming home and she run around and she controlling her husband, controlling her kids, and da da da, and then she's like, okay, I am a boss at work, I'm a boss at home. At work, I get respected. At home, I am unseen. What's wrong with that picture? And so I am teaching how to be wise woman, how to know when to run and when to let go. And so this way, women become whole, not one-sided, like a left brain move. Because you know what? Man is like a sun shooting straight heat. Woman's psyche is a water, fluidity. And if you don't practice that, your soul becomes thirsty for truth. And you don't know why you have that emptiness in your soul, why it's not filled up by your success. Because success built by masculine energy. And so when we craft that inner story, because nothing gonna change if you just change partner, change job, change this kind of around you, but you stay the same inside, nothing gonna change. So that's why when women say, hey, I do it later, I'm gonna watch YouTube channel, I'm gonna go to that coach, I'm da 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 da, it's not gonna happen. What's gonna happen when she said, okay, I'm ready to change? And that what I actually offering after my talk, and when I just to bring up everything, I am inviting women to book a wise woman call with me, when we figure out where are you stuck, how to break through, and how to put you on a avenue to a happy life, when you will be wanted, admired at home, you will be respected at work, and your kids will be listening to you, because nothing happened unless you change. So we're creating a new habit, we're creating new methods, and I invite you also. I do something for my summit participants and for you, Kurt, for this um, webinar, for that talk. I am inviting everybody who's listening us to my special Spark experience that I will do right after we finish our last day on February 2nd. And my Spark experience will be on February 3rd, 7 p.m. Central Time. And so we have this sign up page. And I never done it before for free or never done it publicly, but I'm going to do it for you because I'm not going to be teaching you. I'm not going to be giving you any kind of instructions, but I will lead you for you to have your own breakthrough. And that's going to be the most valuable 1 hour of time fully in your life. So I highly recommend you to take advantage of that. It's worth of it's $250 I normally charge for that breakthrough, but that's gonna be free for you. And sign up for that, and you find out what and how you're gonna be feeling. Because without emotional attachment, only knowledge, is not gonna do. So that's why I'm so excited about this offer to you, my Spark experience, not workshop, not class, not that, but experience. Because when we take it internally, then we can express, then we can become. So this way, I'm super excited about the summit itself and what's after. It's like an afterglow. Afterglow. I like that. Actually, you can use it. Afterglow experience. Yes.
Wow, absolutely wonderful. We're talking sparks and swallowing flames and afterglow. This thing is fired up.
I know.
And
Oh, you know what, Kurt? It's a year of the fiery horse in Chinese. And I'm a
yeah,
horse. I'm a horse. You see, I'm even wearing the red. This is
right.
fire. This is fire because, you know, even in Bible it says, if you're lukewarm, I spit. Be hot or be cold. Don't be lukewarm. Don't be undecisive. Here or maybe there or maybe here, maybe there. Have your position. Because if you don't have a spine, the life will attribute you some. It might not be a best. So have your own vision. Don't look for people around you. Be authentic, because this is our lifetime that we can reign here. Because if it's not fun, if it's not joy, if it's not happiness, what's the point of life? Just work, 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 and be just like boo, 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 boo. What's the point? Tell me, Kurt, if you know the answer.
Oh, I'm with you. I always say what's fun gets done, and there's the expression we work to live. So I always like to know, Olga, what's living it to you? And for everybody participating in this week's summit, that's the question for all participants. What's living it to you? And just think of this very complete, abundant roster of speakers, the human resource that is coming through this event in the next 7 days just has my head spinning, doing a little Beetlejuice, 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 and all the stuff. I mean, this,
Right,
I've been a part of a lot of remarkable things, and I know when you're the organizer and you got all the details, all the logistics, and all the management and admin stuff, sometimes you get kind of lost in the weeds, but you're doing it out of passion. And I talk about give me five. And, you know, the five to me is kind of the five elements that can come together to get you on a rock solid, firm footing, that you're impenetrable and you're unstoppable. And the five elements are, you were talking about it, Olga, your mind, your brain, your heart. This whole event is talking about the soul spark. And you go with your gut. And we can never forget that women's intuition.
Oh yeah.
So you put
Oh
that
yeah.
all together. And to me, that's when you're dialed in. That's when you're in synchronization. You're completely healthy, and vibrant and full of vitality because all the elements are working in harmony together. And your full self is telling you the thing now and the thing next and whatever to come, you're ready for it all because all five are working in your favor. And this event's going to cover that 360 degrees around. I'm expecting there's going to be reviews of this event, in 8, 9 days, where it's like, wow, this event this week, closing out January, coming into February, the month of love, that there's going to be
Yes.
many people talking about the transformative process that I was able to form a kickoff with Kurt, provided by Olga, and the gift is your presence. All of you out there, you as a viewer, your
Exactly.
presence at this event is the gift, right?
Yes. Yes. I appreciate you so much. And you're talking about the five elements, five fingers. When we get together, it's become something unstoppable. But when you think, and when as a matter of fact, I will be speaking tomorrow from 10 o'clock, my first speech. So make sure that you don't miss it. It's 10 o'clock Central Time. And then it starts people kind of piling up, but I will speak live. And what I'm saying, we are taught to be strong, but I'm teaching you strong, but put your femininity around. Don't put your strong here. Keep knowing about it. And when you need it, you can show. But in general, man is driven to feminine because it's a biology, you know? If you're just pushing yourself as a strong all the time, it's like a man to man. And that's a different topic. We'll not discuss it. So
There,
anyway,
there we
yeah.
go. That gives an
Yeah.
illusion to the future. Everything that's gonna spark from this, and the wildfire. That we don't like to talk about wildfires. We've had some tragic history with wildfires, but we all understand the analogy. I have a group that
Yes.
talks about wildflowers. That this stuff is
Well,
going to
flowers. I
spread like
like that. I
wildflowers.
like
Yeah,
that. Yeah. Well,
yeah. So there you go. That's going to wrap it up for now. So now it's in your hands. Go to the description, click away, do your looking everything over, enter in your name, email, and all the things. Be a part of it. Make this a part of your life. And Olga, is there going to be a little networking opportunity? Are they going to be able to exchange information? Or is this completely
no, no.
edutainment
This
and
is, let me tell you, this is not live summit. It is pre-recorded. I'm just going to be speaking live and a couple more people. But what's good about it, let's say if you hear that not from the beginning, and if you get a VIP, you can just have everything from the day one. So it don't need to be, oh, if I missed today, I missed the summit. No, because every day has 24 hours unless you get VIP for $27, for God's sakes. It's like two coffee cups in Starbucks, and some croissant. And you can have access to that for good, and you can go back and learn and get all the super valuable VIP gifts. So don't worry if you miss day 2, 3, just make sure that you get in before this end, and you get all the flowers, wildflowers and garden flowers, all kinds of flowers.
There we go. And don't be bashful, folks, to reach out to these speakers and let them know how they did, how well they did, and what their presentation meant for you. And Olga, how do you have this set up in terms of customer service, or if people have a question, how do they field it? How do you have that set up?
Well, when they sign up, they have email from the company with their link, and they can reply to them and say, "Hey, I have a question," and that's as easy as this. It's a support at the interrupter because they do that, and they will be communication through. And invite your friends, because you never know how you can save somebody's life. You don't know what's the message from above is given to you. If you have some thoughts, say, "Hey, I need to invite Mary, Jerry, Terry, because I feel like that." Don't analyze your feeling, because your feeling is given to you by your spirit. Your spirit is knocking at your as your being, and your gut feeling, it's your spirit. And so listen to your inner child, listen to it, and you will be connected. You will be in tune, because our body, guys, it's number five. It's not as number one. Don't treat it as a number one, because it's always betray you.
There we go. So, folks, let it be known you have been called. So now I'll leave it to you. You're the one that's going to have to answer the call. Completely up to you. And folks, I want to let you know that I provide customer service. I leave the cussing to you. I just like to have fun. And if you want some customer service, just call or text me 262-372-1754. And you can email me on my email account for what I do for veterans, veteran women, and helping keep our veterans alive. ProjectDieHard.org is the website, and you can email me, Kurt, K-U-R-T, at projectdiehard.org. This has been presented to you by Spirit of the Game Foundation, Project DieHard, Helpopedia, helpopedia.org. Helpopedia bridges the generations because Helpopedia engages the adult community with students to make sure we're addressing all of the teen issues. So all of the girls and boys out there looking forward to adulthood and empowering them with this whole conversation. How do we place that, with our high school students and younger and have good college experiences? Helpopedia.org. So I'm here to do whatever can help any of you out there and all the people out around, because we have to do this together. Together, everyone achieves miracles. Let's do that. I'm Kurt Roska
Bravo.
from the World of Ability Podcast Network. Again, leaving it to you and looking forward to next time. This is fun.
Thank you.